Well, g'day everybody, and welcome back to my tutorials and tips for Medieval Dynasty. Now they have done an update and they've done some changes. One of those changes includes when the blacksmith is working, the further away you get, the less loud his hammer hits are and stuff like that. We've got people out in the fields here working. I've got everybody doing stuff. I did collect some berries last night and kind of ran out of a bit of space there. What I wanted to do in this was give you some tips and stuff for just some of the tips. So I have an absolutely awesome community who love to share their tips and stuff, and their tips are absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to run through a couple of tips here. I'm just going to fiddle around and do some of this stuff while I am doing that. Some of the tips are my tips, some are from other people in the community, and there was thank you to Lance Huntsman. There, he did give us a massive list of tips that have come direct from the official Discord for the game. So I thought I would run through some of those. One of the very first things that I did want to do was give you a little bit of a tip from my point of view. This, oh, I shouldn't have eaten that berry because there was 20% chance to poison. I was supposed to drop those. There we go. And one of those tips, one of the first tips is always, I always now, it's one of the most easiest way to make money is to pick berries and sell berries off. Now they're very quick to do. So I'm just going to go and throw some of these berries in our little food hut here, just so that we have them in there in case we need them at some point. These are ripe berries now, as you can see. But even the unripe berries make quite a bit of money. Now, when you are picking berries, one of the really cool things to do is to make sure if you have an axe in your hand. And I'll show you a little bit of an example of this. Let's head back over here. I will pick these up here. Let me just see what I've got inventory-wise. I am a little bit overburdened there. So I will probably drop some of these. Oh, not eat. I'm poisoned. All right. That was a good start, wasn't it? First time I've ever been poisoned in this game, which is pretty cool. Where are we? We need a little bit of this, which should counteract the poison there. There we go. There's a good tip for you. St. John's wort counteracts poison. So if you are poisoned, then if you eat some St. John's wort, then that will counteract poison. So let's pretend that I just got poisoned, just for you guys. The next thing is I was questioned as to why I didn't include this vision here in my starting out tutorial. The reason why I didn't do that, and I'm just going to stop myself from being poisoned here, so we'll just see how much of this we need to consume. There we go. Was because this is actually one of the skills that you need to upgrade. Now, is it in survival? It's not in hunting. Survival knowledge, survival sense, right there. Sensing mushrooms, feathers, and herbs in inspector mode. That's the reason why I didn't mention it. So that is well worth something to work towards when you are doing your points and stuff. And what that does by unlocking that, it gives you the opportunity to hold the left mouse button like that, and you can see where herbs and stuff are. You also get an idea on what's growing in fields and stuff like that. So well worth noting that. What have we got size-wise? There we go. Now, if I take my axe out of my hand and we have a look at how long it takes to do a berry, and if I bring my axe into my hand, unless they've changed it now, see how it's a whole lot quicker to actually collect berries when you have an axe in your hand. So that is well worth noting, because it certainly does speed up a whole pile of time there. What have we got? We are over now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to head into town. While I do, I will talk about some other tips. Another tip, and this one's from Lance, is a lot of people might want to, and I probably won't do this one myself, but build your second resource building as close to town as you can, so you can quickly run backwards and forwards to sell stuff. That's pretty cool. That's a good idea if that's what you are working towards, is just selling stuff really, really quickly. Resource buildings, no matter where you build them on the map, they all interlink. So if I was to put something in a resource building a kilometre that way, and I had a resource building just down near town, although you can only, I think this is probably as far as you can build around about here for town, then those resources would show in that resource building. So you can just run between there and town and sell stuff off, which is a good tip if you want to do that. Another one from Lance, straight from the and he does point out these are straight from the Discord, the official Discord channel. Before taking a quest, hit F5 to quick save. Now, you probably will remember that in my series, I took on a quest and I actually had to provide them with one ripe berry. And it was that time of year that there were no ripe berries around, and I failed that quest. You do fail quests at the end of a season, so it is well worth saving those off. And there we go. We'll sell this stuff to him. It's well worth saving off your game by hitting F5, which is quick save. Take on the quest, and if the quest is something that you know you can't achieve, then just hitting F9 to reload the previous quick save, so that you don't lose those points and stuff, which is a very, very good tip as well. That also applies to, and it was also mentioned, also applies to if you are about to propose marriage to an NPC that you've been chatting up for quite some time, and hitting F5 before you do that. And if she rejects your marriage proposal, then you will lose dynasty points as well. So that is well worth noting as well. So there's the F5 and the F9, the quick save and the quick load. That is actually really, really good. Another thing is, in regards to workers' moods, I've always spoken about the fact that workers' moods are sitting on 50% now. You can get above 50%, obviously, and some of the things here in regards to workers' mood, again, thanks to Lance, are the more you upgrade the house that they live in, the better their mood increases. So if you continue to upgrade their houses, their mood will increase dramatically. If you move a male, you can manage, and I did show this in the management, you can manage who lives in what house here, as you can see. So if we had a look at simple house there, you can see that Agnes and Aldmir are living in there. If you and simple small house there, we've got Dobro Alja, I don't know how to pronounce that, and Albert living in that one. You can assign people to houses. Now, if you have a male and a female in a house and you've assigned them to a house, then what you will find is that they will eventually get married, and they will have children. Marriage will make them happier. Their stats will go up a lot faster, and then you'll have children running around your village as well, which is pretty cool. And that keeps your village quite it keeps your mood up on for everybody in your village. So that's a really, really good tip as well. Now, when you do try and get married, when your affection's up to 100%, you'll have a 75% chance of her accepting your marriage, and that's where you need to use the F5 and the F9. So at the moment, the field workers are bugged out, so you are better off doing farming yourself and assigning those people that you've got assigned as farmers and field workers to different jobs. So that's well worth noting as well, which is a great tip. Some other tips that I might be able to think of. As I said in my starting out video, one of the big things is not to panic about winter coming. You do have quite a few months to do that. So it is well worth finding a decent place to build your village and to build your first home. So take your time on that. In regards to valuable upgrades and things to work towards in your skills tree here, some of the things that I have, I've worked on increasing the skill points from extraction activities, from hunting activities and farming and stuff like that. As you can see, my diplomacy not yet, but I will work on that. Survival was I've got up to 3 on tier 3 there as well. Survival sense definitely worth moving up towards. Survivalist, which is 30. I'm at level 3 now, which gives me 30% slower loss of food. That is well worth doing, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion. Also, stamina consumption and working towards stamina consumption, which is what I'm working towards now. So unlock your survival sense as soon as you can. That will help quite a lot. So that's pretty well it. That's quite a few really good tips from the community, and they are full of really awesome tips. So my community are absolutely fantastic. And thank you to everybody who comments and everybody who takes part in having discussions about these games and the other games that I play as well, because this is how we grow as a community. It's how we help each other out, and let's face it, a lot of the time we are playing these games to and watching these videos so that we can get as many handy and valuable tips as we possibly can. So thank you to everybody for that. So there's some probably really important and really important tips to take into consideration. So the other thing that they have done in their latest update is they have changed the cost of manure as well, which was always one thing that I was actually quite disturbed by, was the amount, the cost of manure. So they have actually balanced that price. I'm not sure what price they have put in there for that. So, but there you go, guys. Just some really quick tips. If you follow those tips, it'll make your gameplay quite a bit better. When in regards to the resource buildings, I did build one. I have built one up near in this this is my Twitch save. I have built one up near the mine up there, and I actually use that one to so that I can just run iron ore, which is quite heavy, from the mine into that storage place, and it links to this one down here. So alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to join me on Twitch. Hit like if you like this one. It's only a really quick one. It's just give you some of those tips that the community has been sharing with me. Again, thank you to the community. You're a bunch of absolutely amazing people, and I really, really appreciate all of your interaction. And I think Unigos does as well. He's doing some exercises there, getting himself stuck in between there. I think he needs to learn how to get off of things. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Medieval Dynasty, or the next episode of Medieval Dynasty Tips. Thanks, guys. Bye.